Hi, today's topic is called cyber attack. What is cyber attack? A cyber attack occurs when there is an unauthorized action against computer infrastructure or consists of confidentiality, integrity, or availability of the content. Cyber attacks can cause significant financial losses and identity leakage, targeting to the organizations, individuals, or governments all over the world. There are four types of phishing attacks. First, email phishing. Email phishing is when criminals send you an email with embedded links of which takes you to a website and looks very similar to the organization's genuine site. Once you arrive at the fake site, it will usually prompt you to enter sensitive personal information, such as your bank account number, PIN, security code, and one-time password. The phishing site records everything you enter, and then the criminal can use your information to log into your actual account and steal your money. Secondly, spear phishing. Hackers use spear phishing attack to steal sensitive data such as account details or financial information from the target individuals. An attack requires significant research, which often involves acquiring personal information about the victim. This is typically done through accessing social media accounts. Attackers then disguise themselves as someone their victims trust, usually a friend or colleague, and attempt to acquire sensitive information via email or instant messaging tools. Thirdly, smishing. When conducting a smishing attack, the attacker will send messages through SMS text message or other messaging apps like Messenger or WhatsApp. Fourthly, phishing. When conducting a phishing attack, the attacker will contact you by a voice call, such as a phone call, robocall, or voicemail. There are four types of malware attacks: ransomware, viruses, ransomware. Ransomware is a type of malware that encrypts the victim's personal data until a ransom is paid. Ransomware attacks are typically carried out using a Trojan disguised as a legitimate file that the user is tricked into downloading or opening when it arrives as an email attachment. However, one high-profile example, the WannaCry realm, traveled automatically between computers without user interactions. A computer virus is a type of malware that, when executed, replicates itself by modifying other computer programs and inserting its own code into those programs. The virus writes its own code into this host program. When the program runs, the written virus program is executed first, causing infection and damage. A computer worm is a standalone malware computer program that replicates itself in order to spread to other computers. It will use this machine as a host to scan and infect other computers. When these new worm invade computers are controlled, the worm will continue to scan and infect other computers, then using these computers as hosts, and this behavior will continue. Worms almost always cause at least some harm to the network, even if only by consuming bandwidth. Many worms are designed only to spread and do not attempt to change the system they pass through. Adware attack. Adware hijack your device. The software's functions may be designed to analyze the location and which internet sites you visit, and then present advertising relevant to the types of goods or service filtered there. If the adware offers sell your browsing behavior and information to third party, they can even use it to target you with some advertisement customized to your viewing habits. Password attacks. Brute force attack consists of an attacker submitting many passwords or passphrases with the hope of eventually guessing correctly. The attacker systematically checks all possible passwords and passphrases until the correct one is found. A dictionary attack is a type of brute force attack where hackers try to guess a user's password to their online accounts by quickly running through a list of commonly used words, phrases, and number combinations. When a dictionary attack has successfully cracked a password, the hacker can then use this to gain access to things like bank accounts, social media profiles, and even password-protected files. Phishing is when a criminal sends you an email, SMS, phone calls, pretending to be from a legitimate organization such as a bank, online payment service, online retailer, or government. Then will often look very similar to genuine communications from these organizations. The communications will aim to get you to reveal password, bank details, or other personal information by asking you to click embed links, scan QR codes, and download attached files. Credential stuffing is a type of cyber attack in which the attacker connects stolen account credentials, typically consisting of lists of usernames and email addresses and corresponding passwords, and then use the credentials to gain unauthorized access to user accounts on other systems through large-scale automatic login requests directed against web applications. There are other attacks. Man-in-the-middle attack is a cyber attack where the attacker secretly relays and possibly affects the communication between two parties who believe that they are directly communicating with each other, wherein actually the attacker has inserted themselves between the two user parties. It is easy to insert themselves as a man-in-the-middle attack by long encrypted Wi-Fi access points or any endpoint. An advanced persistent threat is a sophisticated sustained cyber attack in which an intruder establishes an undetected presence in the network in order to steal sensitive data over a prolonged period of time. An APT attack is carefully planned and designed to infiltrate a specific organization, evade existing security measures, and fly under the radar. A DDoS attack is a malicious attempt to disrupt the normal traffic of a target server, service, and network by overwhelming the target or its surrounding infrastructure with a flood of internet traffic. From a high level, a DDoS attack is like an unexpected traffic jam clogging up the highway, preventing regular traffic from arriving at its destination. SQL attack is a web security vulnerability that allows an attacker to interfere with the queries that an application fails to its database. This can allow an attacker to reveal data that they are not normally able to retrieve. This might include data that belongs to other users or any other data that the application can access. In many cases, an attacker can modify or delete this data, causing persistent changes to the application's content or behavior.